Hello, Martha here. I thought I would come and share what I've been working on today. Well, actually the last few days. I started it and been chipping away at it a little bit. But I have a start on some more ATC cards. This is another one that I did on cereal box. So it turned out, they're turning out completely different than what I started with. If I can find a picture of the original cereal box, I will include it here. But I don't think I can. I know I have one of my videos, you can see it, but I don't know if I can still extract a picture. I will try. But anyway, I had another cereal box that I chopped up. I painted it black. And I used some pretty pictures of stained glass projects from a magazine that I get in the mail. I chopped it up in little pieces and put it in a little arrangement over the black. And then before I chopped it up, I put just a very light layer of gesso on it, which I really regret now because it dulled it down a lot more than I wanted it to. Well, I started drawing like the shape of a stained glass window and churches and things like that. And it just wasn't looking right to me. One of them wound up looking like a bird cage or something, so I did not like it at all. So I decided to make the whole card just look like it's not really telling a story, it's just pretty colors. But I like this a lot better. I like where it fills the whole card instead of like a window or a church window or something like that. Well, after I started doing it this way, filling the whole card, I just didn't like the look of the papers anymore that I had put down on there. So I started out trying to match the colors of the paper with some Posca paint pens. And I like that pretty good. And I just went over some of what I had already done and colored it in and added pretty colors. And then I got on this kick with these three, where I tried to stay kind of in a color family. Purples and blues, yellows and greens, reds, pinks, and oranges. So, like, these are warm tones. This is a little bit cooler. So I thought I would come on here and work on this one so you guys can see what I'm doing. And so what I've been doing, I've been kind of, let me make sure I'm in frame here. Probably need to bring this more over this way. But what I've been doing is taking a black Posca pen and kind of following the lines. This is kind of like a project you did as a kid. Just use a crayon to make scribbles and color in the lines. I guess I'm doing it a little more precise than that. But I'm just kind of, I think I want to get the bigger one. It goes over these chunks of paper a little better. So, just kind of following the lines. And sometimes it changes after I start filling in color. I'll color over some lines and then draw them back in when I'm done, stuff like that. But this kind of gives me an idea of what I want. So this one is kind of hard because there's a lump of glue, I think, there. but we're going to cover it up the best we can. And also the reason I did this, because some of these had so much black in them that I just didn't like the way it looked with the stained glass window, so I'm going over a lot of the black as well. So now you can kind of see a start to this one. This one's really got a lot of lumps. So I'm having a little bit harder time. Maybe I need to, I think my pen might be drying out a little, so let's try to get it. I think it is dried out. I don't know if I have another big black one, but okay, there it's coming out a little better. See, there it goes, covering that up. And the good thing about doing it this way, if you want to change something, it's really easy to do. I'm kind of following, and then I'll add a line where I think it might look nice, and then if it doesn't, I can change it later. And I don't like all straight lines. The curved shapes add more of a pleasing look, I think. So usually I start out with one of the lines that's already here, and then just kind of go from there. So I think I am going to still play on the idea of stained glass and maybe add something that looks maybe a word, or I have the idea for another thing, but I'll share that in a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna cut through this one. Okay, I think that's kind of a good start. Now, I thought it was more fun to use like 4 or 5 colors like I did with especially these 3. I don't know, it just makes it easier to choose a color, I thought. And I also like the look of the same family of colors, so I'm going to use these pinks. And this is a purple, but I think it goes, it's a lavender color, but I think it goes well with them. So now what I'm going to do is start filling in some of my colors, and I think I'll start with this darker one. And I'm not really happy with those lines down there, so I think I'm just gonna color over them. Now what I try to do is to make the colors, the card look more unified, is try for each color to add that color at least 3 times. Okay, that one's a little hard to cover because of that lump. I think it's a lump of glue or something there, but I think it'll be all right. Now I've added that color, and I think I'll go down here in this corner and add it here as well. Might be too obvious to do it here too, so I'm gonna try to go over here. So that's one thing about doing these this way. You never know how it's gonna turn out. You can change it as you go any way you want to, but it inspires you. You have something like a foundation to begin to spark your imagination. I think I am gonna color this one after all. I can change it if I want to. Alright, we've got 5 so far. Might come back in with some more of it later. Now let's try this really bright pink. This one keeps popping out. That looks good together. Now where I cover up some of the lines that I want there, I can go back in after this dries and redraw them. Got 2 places. Let me see where I think it'll look good here. I like that curved line, kind of almost looks like a, what do you call those? I can't think right now. Looks good too. Okay, I got that in 5 places as well. Now let's try this lighter pink. Now some of these colors, if they don't have good coverage, I have to go in a second time. It also helps to just do a little puddle and dip the tip of your marker in it. That will help as well. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now let me go in with this color and see how that it looks. I need to find another spot for this purple because now there's only 2 and I want it to be more balanced. And let's do it right here. Okay, we got 3. Let's go for down here. One, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna try for one more since we got 5 of the other colors. I'm gonna peel this off that's in the way and color over it. I don't want to glue it down because it's pretty, it was where it was really lumpy anyway. Or no, it wasn't. That's down here. Oh well. I wonder if I can get that lump off of there. It will be hid like under the paint and the sealer, but it'll be easier for the paint pen to go over if it's not that lumpy. Okay, let me see if I can get it filled in now. A little better. Makes it brighter. I guess there's white underneath. So this one will be brighter as well, I guess. Yeah, makes it almost look like a different color on there. Alright. Now let me see. We're 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pink. I'm gonna go over that again. Now when this dries, I'm gonna go in, see where can I add a little bit more purple or lavender. Let's put it down here. Okay, now it looks a little more balanced. Have to be perfect. Now I will be back when this dries and I will continue and make it look more finished like these are. Okay, I'm back, and while I was off camera I went over each color again. So there's about 3 coats on here. It probably wasn't necessary, but I like it better. It feels more, the colors feel more solid to me. And then I added a little bit more of this dark pink over here. I thought it looked more balanced. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and add the lines back in that kind of got lost while I was painting.
Now if I get them too thick, I'll just go back in with some color to fill it in. Hazelies, that's the word I think that I was trying to think of earlier. Paisley pattern. My head might be in the way. Sorry about that.
So that's one of my favorite ways to create ATC cards. Just work on one big piece of paper with paint and paper, mix it all up, then chop it up, and then see what inspires me from the colors and the shape. And I like to use watercolor paper, and some of these are done on cereal boxes. So what I think I will do, I guess I got a little bit carried away over here with this black and made this line just a tad too thick to suit me. So I'm gonna go in here with a little pink and thin it down. And over here, I kinda got my line too far over, so I'm gonna go in here and fill it in. Now, over here too, I guess. That looks pretty good. Alright, this needs a little bit more right here. Now that looks pretty good, but I think I'm going to add a few more lines. I like the curvy lines. Kind of gives it, I don't know, flow, I guess is the word. An interest, so all the lines aren't just straight. Okay, I think I'm done filling in the lines. Now what I'm going to do is go around the edge. I like to go around the edge and kind of, I don't know, kind of frames it and makes it, to me, look more finished. I think that looks pretty good. So if you're watching, which one do you like the best? Do you like the ones with the warm and the cool colors mixed up? Or do you like the ones that are kind of in a color family? I think I like the ones in the color family the most. This one's pretty nice. It's mixed up, but not as much as these. But anyway, I will be back after I Mod Podge these, and I'll try to figure out what I want to do for the backing card, and I will figure out what I'm going to do for an embellishment. Hi, I'm back, and I'm here to show you the 7 that I've already completed. I added, like, since it was stained glass, I made it kind of like a religious theme. Well, it is a religious theme, not kind of like. What I did is I chose some words that I thought would go well with the religious theme. And my daughter had given me some of these crosses that she got from somewhere. That's been several years and I've never used them. So I thought this would be the perfect time to use some of them. And so what I did, I'll show you each one. I chose a word, love, and the cross. It was a different color. And I just tried to make it look gold, although that's not very shiny. Then I added some gems. I think it looks pretty good. And then the back, I just chose a different color, like a pretty color that would go good with all of these colors. It's a piece of cardstock that I chopped up. And I forgot to do the 7, like the number count, so I just added that in later. But my name, the date, the title, and what it's made out of, and then I went ahead and added the number count. This one is 7 of 8, although I really don't know which one was first. I just put, there's 8, so I just grab one and write 1, 2, or 3 of 8, whichever one. You just go down the line like that. It's too hard to keep track of. This one is vital. I thought that was a good word. Having the Lord in your life is vital. I know this cross is a little different. It's just a little plastic blue cross with some gems. And I made each one a little bit different. This one's truth. This one's light. This was like a very light white cross, kind of almost clear. And I just added a little yellow on there to brighten it up. I think this is one of my favorite ones with the yellow and green gem. And I got this one upside down. I guess it doesn't really matter though. This one's life. This one's a really pretty cross. I like this one as well. And this one is reflect. So when you look at the cross and the stained glass, reflect about what it means. That was my purpose. And let's see, did I show you? Oh, this one, gift. I like that one too. I think I like the ones with the, I don't know, I kind of like them all though for one reason or another. But those are the ones I've finished so far. I had went over each one with Mod Podge, and some of the crosses I painted a little bit. And so it's got a nice feel of, I like the heavier ones better. These with the, these are a little bit light with the little plastic crosses, but they all feel nice. So I have one more to finish, and it shouldn't take long. The word I've chosen for this one is power. And this little cross is kind of a, whoop, I would say it's a burnt sienna color. And I put a little gold on there to make it, try to make it stand out a little better on this one. Now I kind of need to decide in which direction I want the word and the cross. So let me see. It's probably, let's see, did I do one? I think I've done one in every direction so far. So I think just put it the way I like it. Oh, and my little word, I just hand wrote in cursive a word that I thought might go good with the cross, and then I outlined it in black to make it stand out. So let me see how that I want this positioned. Kind of audition different positions here, if that's a good word, I don't know. I might just do that one more simply. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Fabri-Tac, gotta shake it down a little bit. It's kind of thick. Oh, I forgot to tell you, also I went around the edge. I like to get the very edges dark too. So that's another step I took off camera. Now I'm just gonna press it down. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Isn't that a pretty color? It really is. Okay, now I think I'm just going to bring this one straight up and down like that. And then I am going to add my backing card. I have this little piece of card that I like to use to spread it out, but I'm not seeing it right now. So I guess I'm going to use my finger. So I'm going to use a little finger so I don't get it all over my index fingers. Okay, that might need a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to position it at the bottom here, I think, first. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's see if there's any hanging over. Not too bad. Now I think I'll add maybe, oh, you know what I should do first? I forgot to do it with these other ones. So I just went around the gem a little bit. But I think what I need to do, I need to go over my word a little bit with Mod Podge. Even though the rest of it's been Mod Podged, I want this to be cohesive and I want it to be sealed. And I think I'll do the same thing with the cross since it's got some gold paint on it. And that'll dry clear and look, it'll be sealed and protected as well, like the other ones. Okay, now since that Mod Podge is wet, I think I'm going to do a red. And let's see, it's kind of a yellow gem here. And so since that is wet, I think it will get, if I can get it off my finger, I'll stick it on there. So now that Mod Podge is wet, so that'll help with the adhesion. And I think that's pretty good. So that will dry. Now on these, I had forgot to put the gem on first, so I just kind of went around them with the Mod Podge when I was doing the word. So I think I'm done with these. However, I was thinking, I haven't decided yet. I might put a magnet on the back of these and make them a magnet. I think they would be really cute as a magnet. However, I wished I'd have thought of that before I wrote all over it, because all of them don't have a good space. I'll just have to put, oops, probably put the magnet, see, in the middle. It'll probably be like cover up some of the words, but I guess that's okay. But anyway, I do believe I'm done, and I like the result. These feel good in my hand too, like the last set I did, but they're not as thick, don't have as much texture, and there's no glitter on them. But they feel good too, especially after they dry and the glue gets tightened up and hard. Just gives it, oh, there's one of my kitties. There's a little Mocha. And I think my camera is all cattywampus. Sorry about that. But, so that is my project. My new ATCs. So thank you for watching. I'll probably come on in a few days and try to finish up my Halloween ones that I did last year. Thank you for watching. Bye.